In this video, we're revealing how to make money with Google AdSense and how complete beginners are earning $100 to $700 a day with no experience. And more importantly, how I went from like $7 to $10 a day in Google AdSense all the way upwards to my first $300 a day. More with that after the intro. Hey guys, how's it going? Mike Vasile here. Welcome to this video. Before we actually begin, I remind you that several spots have opened up for this week's free workshop, where it's the fastest and easiest way to make money online. Sign up for it in the link below. We literally have a 62-year-old grandmother go from $0 to $160,000 profit in 90 days, so check it out now. Google AdSense is amazing because it's one of those things that you could literally create passive income without having to do much of the actual work. And essentially what it essentially is whenever you have a website or YouTube channel, what it is whenever ads play on a video, or if you have a blog, you know, you literally see like these things sent to like Grammarly and whatnot. These are all Google AdSense, where essentially if anyone goes ahead and clicks on this, you're essentially selling ad space to businesses to go ahead and kind of rent the space on your content to go ahead and make money, right? And as you can see, that's exactly what I ended up doing in the past 365 days. The craziest thing is we went from like $7 a day, like in August, all the way upwards to $300 a day within literally 6 months of just creating content with the methods that I'm gonna share with you. But I did not actually expect this. Like if you told me when I was supposed to be a dentist that, Mike, you could actually make more with Google AdSense, I would have not believed you because of the fact that how ridiculous it ended up growing in the past 365 days. Because then it started going to $500 a day, to $700 a day, to $800 a day, to $1,000 a day. I was like, oh my God. You know how much it would take for me as a dentist to go ahead and make this much? Like my entire life to make that in a day, right? So then I would have to keep on going even more. And now, like on average, in the past 28 days, just from like the Google AdSense, we're now averaging anywhere from $1,000 a day to $1,400 a day on the high end to like maybe $1,000 a day on the low end, all with the methods that I'm gonna share with you. Now you're probably wondering, well, Mike, that's great for you, but how can I actually get started? What do I actually need to do? What if, you know, I don't have that much experience? What if I don't have that much time? What if I'm not confident in front of camera? What if I don't want to be on video? What if I don't want to do any of these things? This video is what we're going to cover for all those. The first step actually is very simple. It's just signing up for a Google AdSense account. It's free. And the coolest thing about this is creating content takes time, but earning a living from it should be. Meaning, how you get paid from Google AdSense is essentially you create a piece of content. Now imagine this, that piece of content is like real estate that you are developing online. And every single day, people are searching for pieces of content that they want to either solve a problem, either life or business problem, so that they could actually feel better about themselves. Now that piece of content, like I said, is a piece of real estate where people are looking for it every single day. And if that's the case, guess what companies want? They want to rent that land, that virtual land, to promote their products and services. That's why they're willing to pay Google AdSense, which essentially is you money, right? And that's exactly where the money comes from, right? People rent the space on these YouTube videos to go and try selling you something. People rent the space on this blog to try and selling you Grammarly. That's essentially what it is. Google AdSense is like the equivalent of you owning virtual real estate and you having somebody lease out your land to somebody, right? And you get paid regardless if they sell or not, which means it's very low risk for beginners that have no experience in selling, that don't want to do any selling, and they want to make more of the passive income on the side. And the craziest thing is, like I said, you know, a lot of these people have the money for this. Like we spend money on Google Ads because of the fact that, you know, in the past 30 days, we're making money from Google Ads. We've net about $61,000 net. So we're like investing more into Google Ads that's essentially paying creators like myself, you know, like money, right? So that's exactly what it is. So the first step after you create a free Google AdSense account, the second step is you really need to learn how to go ahead and create your first website. Now we have a free 5-day bootcamp link below that will build, grow, and launch and monetize your blog or website. So if you don't want to show your face on camera, that's perfectly fine, right? And that's exactly what I did. You know, a lot of like the content that I have is stored on my website because then I'm not dependent on YouTube. I'm not dependent on Twitter. I'm not dependent on Pinterest or Google or any platform. You know, I essentially own this piece of real estate. Remember, when you look at content, like the same way investors look at real estate, you'll start seeing the bigger picture in this, right? Like I said, we have a bunch of free links and workshops in below. They'll teach you exactly how to build, grow, and launch your blog. But essentially, once you actually start creating content and you have your own website, you got to decide, okay, how can I find the content to create? Because remember, the content is the real estate. So it's very, very simple, right? One of the things that I like going to is on Pinterest. And when you go to Pinterest, you can literally start typing anything that you want to create content about and something will pop out where you'll get some type of idea, right? So for example, if I wanted to make a video about like or like online business ideas, right? I can literally type in online business ideas, and the thing that will pop up are all of these things that people are actively searching for. So what I want to do is make sure that this is in the title whenever I create the content. All of these things, these are search words. Think about these as like roads or busy roads and intersections where there's a lot of traffic and cars that go, so your store has more likely of a chance to go ahead and get a customer, right? It's the exact same thing. I would do the exact same thing with YouTube. I would type in, for example, I remember I did this with like e-commerce, right? E-commerce business for beginners, right? And when I go ahead and type that, guess who you see on the first page? It's literally me, because I literally put this in the title of the keyword. And now you can see, like, every single day when people are searching for this keyword, people are seeing my video. So what happens is when people go to this video, guess what? They see an ad on it. People are renting space on my content to literally go ahead and make money. But it's not necessarily my video, right? Because then I utilize my blog to sporadically put it on all parts of the internet, right? So the first step though is you gotta figure out what content that you need to go and write. Remember, you need to base your content on what people are searching for. So say you're into fitness, right? Say I wanted to learn how to do weight loss. I could just do fat loss. And all of these things, I would make sure that this is what would need to be in the content to be ranked. And remember, even if you don't want to make videos on YouTube, it's fine. It's the exact same thing for the title on your website and on your blog, okay? It's the exact same thing, you just need to get some ideas. So that's literally what I did. I created a long list of ideas that I could create content about and see what's already working, right? Like one of the things that I like doing is actually clicking on it. Like for example, say I want to do like jump rope transformation. I wanted to see what type of, like titles already work. I would do the exact same thing in Google, right? I could literally go to Google and type in, for example, jump benefits, right? Say I wanted to rank this article and I wanted to see what's already working. If I search on Google, I notice that the ones that are doing the best are with a number and insert the keyword there. So 10, 5, 10, 9. I notice all of these titles have a number in it. So when I create content, guess what I need to do? I need to go ahead and create the title with a number in it because everyone are using numbers, right? It's the exact same thing with anything. Like when I go and type in how to make $100 as a broke individual, right? Or do people have numbers in the beginning or do people start with how to? So you see 41 right here. You see this one starts with make money fast. This one starts with top 3. But notice I'm up here, top 100 ways to make $100 a day as a broke individual, right? And you see my videos like ranking on Google as well. This is how like the money really starts growing from, Google AdSense, because once you start getting shown in more searches, you could start making more money, right? It's the exact same thing with Pinterest. How to make money on Pinterest. All of these things are titles that you could go ahead and use on your blog, right? And if I just do that, we can see exactly how this exactly works. You see my blog article right here, how to make money on Pinterest, right? So the moment you start realizing exactly how to craft your titles by modeling what works, I'm like, okay, this is a how-to. You could start with how-tos. You could start with best of. You could start with like top 3. You could start with like, an odd number like this one, 10 amazing health benefits or 10 passive income ideas you did not know of. Then you could start creating the content. The moment you create the content, like I said, we have a free 5-day bootcamp in the link below that teaches you how to build your own, launch your own website so you don't have to depend on YouTube. But the next step is marketing it to get more eyeballs on there. Remember, real estate makes money by more cars that drive in front of the real estate or foot traffic, like in the mall. It's the exact same thing with the website. The more eyeballs you could get to your website, the more money you can make from the Google AdSense that either is from your videos or from like the ads when you connect your blog to Google AdSense, right? So one of the things that I like using is Canva and Pinterest because they're both free. When I have an article that I ended up creating on my blog, which we have a free 5-day bootcamp that will help you out. Check this out. I get 120,000 monthly views to my Pinterest doing something very simple and easy. Like you could see some of these things, like for example, how I make $5,000 every month using Pinterest, 49 clicks, and it's very simple. When people click on it, guess what? They go to my blog. They go to my website. And on this website, I could either make money from Google AdSense directly on my blog, or I could make money because guess what? My videos are embedded on all of my posts. So that's why I don't really like just focus on YouTube. I focus on my website because then you could, guess what, rank on Pinterest, on Google, on YouTube. And you could get paid from Google AdSense on all streams of those eyeballs that are literally searching for your website, right? And that's why that's a secret, right? So you're probably wondering, okay, well, Mike, how do I go ahead and create it? Is it pretty hard? Well, when you go and sign up for Canva, it's great because it's free. You can literally create these within seconds. Like I created a bunch of these like pinnable images because they have a bunch of templates, right? Where all of these templates are great for Pinterest that you could literally go ahead and create, right? And this is literally what I did with my Pinterest account. You know, there's all of these, you know, already done for you things that you just got to replace the words, kind of like this. But I ended up just doing the exact same thing and just like uploading my own pictures. You can move this around and do some texting, right? And the craziest thing about this is then you just upload it on Pinterest, you combine it with your website, and then you could get seen that way. That's one way. Another thing that I like doing, as you can see, is I like turning the blog article into a YouTube video, because then I could direct more people from more traffic sources back to my website and make more money with Google AdSense, right? That's exactly how, like I said, in the past 28 days, or actually in the past 365 days, we scaled like crazy from $7 a day when we figured this out, all the way upwards to $1,000 a day from Google AdSense, guys. This isn't this is without having your own my product, without having my own service. It's the exact same thing. I make videos based off of the articles that I go ahead and create. As you can see here, if I just type in this, you see all these other ideas. So I made an article about this. Jump rope transformation 30 days. And guess who you see? Me! And I'm sending them to my blog and my website where I can go and make money from Google AdSense. Look at this, nearly 1 million views. And it's just me talking about jump rope, right? If I can do this, why can't you? And it's very simple. I use Canva again, and I use it to create thumbnails. It's the exact same thing. And because of that, you know, we're able to go ahead and get more people to go ahead and see our content. And that's what you guys got to understand. With Google AdSense, the more eyeballs you can get to your website, the more money you make, right? That's why the top ones are YouTube, are Google, and are Pinterest. YouTube, Google, and Pinterest. If you focus on those 3 traffic sources, you build a strong blog by following my free 5-day bootcamp below, you could make really good money from the Google AdSense. Like I said, I was supposed to be a dentist, guys. I was supposed to be a struggling dentist that was trying to pay all of his student loan debt by the age of 40 so that maybe I could start living my life. But yet I was like, you know what, Google AdSense is so much better because it's more passive and you're essentially becoming a real estate owner online, renting out your content space to companies to go and advertise their products. So guys, hopefully this helps. If you want to faster and easily make money online without having to create your own content, sign up for this week's free workshop because we have a 62-year-old woman go from $0 to $160,000 profit in 90 days without having to sell their own products. Check it out on the free workshop below. And with that being said, check out my podcast of all these multimillionaires that also live here in Bali, like this 11-year-old girl. They're turning on $30 million. And this guy that makes $1 million per month profit. So you can get inspired to live your best life now. Hopefully this helps. Love you guys. See you guys later.